Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shots Fired podcast. We've been gone for a while. We took a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back, and it's not with great news. We come back to discuss the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Cardinals 28-16. T is joining us via telephone, and we got Julio the Don, and as usual, you got your boy Big Joe here. Boys, let's get right into it. First things first, I'll start with you, T. We were talking before the show, and we're texting throughout the game. What do you think was the biggest component in our game that caused the Cowboys to come up short today?
Too many non-starters starting. Injuries really kind of hurt us. And then just the lack of having a champion or a championship mentality. Like, I'm going to stick to my guns on that, bro. We talk about that all the time. And, you know, I know you're of the belief that the players play the game, which is true. I'm not discrediting that. But, bro, we just don't have a championship mentality. Like, we don't face adversity well. And just like we were talking before we came on the air, as long as we're front running, we're great. When we gotta face adversity, you might as well chunk that up as a L.
Yeah, man, that's a great point. I think that's something that we have definitely suffered from. I mean, we have a lot of, I guess what you would call leaders, but it's only leaders when we're up. When the Cowboys are down, you don't see anybody on the sideline like hyping anybody up. You don't see anybody like, hey, you know what? We still got this, whatever. You see like players on the sideline sitting down with blank stares on their faces. You know, the coaches aren't overly animated. And it just looks like today, at least, it came across to me like we thought we were just going to show up and we are just going to win because we're the Cowboys and they're the Cardinals. And it did not look like they were mentally or physically prepared. Julio, what do you think, man? What's the biggest reason why the Cowboys took the L today?
I'm going to have to
Julio,
agree with both. Go ahead.
Before you chime in, bro, let me just add on something real quick to what Joe was saying.
Yeah.
We said that we showed up, and it looked like we just expected to win because we're the Cowboys. And you're right about that. I think I'm hoping that every team every year always has that one game that they lose that they're supposed to win, and I'm hoping that this was the one game that we lost that we should have won, and we're going to be good going forward. But go ahead, Julio. I just want to throw that in there.
No, you're good. I couldn't agree with you guys more. To be bluntly honest, we showed up just kind of like what you guys were saying. We showed up expecting to win, expecting to just roll over these guys. And like you said, we talked about it a little bit before the show. The guys showed up and you could see the blank stares in people's faces. You could see that they weren't there mentally. They were there physically. Of course, we showed up, but we didn't really show up. Not the Cowboys, at least that we've expected and that we've seen the past 2 weeks. The defense, again, everybody's going to attribute the whole thing with Trayvon Diggs being out, that, you know, that could have affected us and whatnot. But honestly, we got beat by the run game. We did not stop the run whatsoever. Again, and it's starting to show the rest of the NFL what our weakness is on defense. It's really starting to show it. So until we get those things fixed, and then again, also making sure that our offensive line is healthy, that we're not relying on backups, that we have our starting 4 in there or 5 in there to make sure that we're not having all these miscues. Penalties killed us. I mean, there's a number of different things all the way across the board on offense and on defense that just killed us completely. We couldn't get a drive going. We couldn't maintain a drive. We were off the field. It was 4 and out real quick for us on the offensive side of the ball, and then our defense was on the field way too long. And then the other thing is that we always expect our defense to cause turnovers, get points on turnovers, and this week that didn't happen. So again, the blame could be spread across all the way evenly, starting from the defense to the offense. Special teams was barely out there, so I can't really speak on the special teams, but for the most part, we just kind of lacked in every aspect of the game today. And it really showed today on the field. And it was just again, if we were 3-0, we'd be singing a different tune right now. Everybody would be, super happy. But at the same time, this gives fuel to the haters. I know that you haters are going to love this. The media will have a field day with the type of play that we played this week. And especially with Dak throwing that interception at the very end of the game, man, it's going to be a whole week of, see, I told you Dak wasn't ready. I told you the Cowboys defense is overhyped. I told you that the Cowboys ain't a championship caliber team. Even after the first 2 weeks, everybody and their mom was singing our praises, talking about, oh, this is a team, a favorite to go to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes. I can't say as a Cowboys fan, I'm not disappointed. I am disappointed that we did lose in the way that we lost, because you just see glimpses of the old Cowboys from last year where mistakes are killing us, where we're not communicating properly out on the field, where we're not making proper adjustments in order for us to win the game. And there again, to go back to what you guys were saying, having that non-championship mentality to push through the game and make sure that we win killed us.
I think I want to say it was the first quarter. I texted Joe and I was like, the second half, we playing like shit now, but the second half we gonna come out and smash. And we came out and we looked pretty good coming out the second half. But we put ourselves behind the sticks like I can't count how many times, bro. I think it was probably how many penalties we had, like 13 plus penalties.
Oh man,
the one thing we don't want to do right now is pull up stats, because there was too many to count. Let's just put it that way. Okay.
Yeah, like you put yourself behind the A ball that many times, bro. You could be playing the 32nd ranked team, and you mess around and lose that game because you lost the game. Like, you lost the game. But we can honestly say that.
I think we lost T.
I think we lost him. I think we lost him. Anyway, I'll pick up where T dropped off and say that, yeah, penalties were such a big factor in this game.
Mm-hmm.
We had penalties that extended drives. We had on defense, like we got them in third and whatever, pass interference, offsides, whatever. And here we go, first down, new set of downs, keep the drive alive. And then on offense, holding, a lot of holding calls.
Yep.
Pass interference call on offense.
Bro, like, when has that ever happened? You know what I mean?
We just anything that
I'm
could
sorry,
go
I
wrong.
think I got cut out.
Oh, you're good, bro. So I was just kind of picking up where you left off with the penalties, and I was, telling Julio, like, a lot of the penalties we had, they were drive extenders or drive killers. Drive killers on offense, and then drive extenders when we're out there on defense. And it's like you make a great play on defense, you're ready to get the ball back for the offense, and then you do something stupid and you extend the drive.
Like jump off sides.
Yep.
The fact that I think they said the Cardinals scored on their first 6 possessions, that's a problem. You're not stopping anything.
Yep.
You're getting out.
But a lot of that, like Julio was saying, bro, a lot of that has to do with not being able to stop the run. Like, they
ran at Micah.
Bro, if you can go back to the Jason Garrett era, And the problem has always been we can't stop the run. And that is still the problem. We cannot stop the run. Yeah, we've outscored teams with like 70 to 10 or something like that
so far
in the first 2 games.
Yep.
But they still were able to run the ball on it.
Well, hell, Miami scored 70 today, so that's not impressive anymore. 70 to 10 is not impressive anymore.
Yeah, bro. Like you were saying, we got out physicals. We got we didn't challenge at the point of attack, and we just didn't have a game plan for whatever it was that they chose to do. Because it wasn't just like the run set them up to pass the ball, and they passed the ball damn near like how we should have been passing the ball.
Yes.
Like they really, they were throwing the ball around, and they wasn't dinking and dunking the whole game. So,
and you know what? Dak had time, and he just couldn't find anybody open. How bad is that when you have CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Brandon Cooks running routes for you, and you can't find somebody open? Nobody's open down the field.
And it's not like the Arizona Cardinals have this stellar secondary to where they're all all Madden, all pros.
Yeah, Buda Baker was out. I think that's their best, secondary man. And the other thing that killed us besides penalties, red zone. What the hell are we doing in the flipping red zone? I know we're not doing scoring points, TDs. All we're getting is field goals, and it's stupid. We're driving the field and can't push it in.
That's the most frustrating part is as you're watching the game, you're watching them make these beautiful drives all the way down into the red zone, and then once they get there, it's almost like they forgot what play they're going to run next. They forget, oh, okay, so this is what we need to do in order for us to score a touchdown. It's like they go blank, like a deer caught in headlights. They just don't know what to do. They don't make the correct calls. You run the ball when you're in the red zone to try to punch it in, knowing that they've already stopped the run multiple times. I didn't see. I mean, a couple of spurts from here and there from Tony Pollard and from Rico Dowdle, but outside of that, how did we do running the ball?
Right.
It wasn't that great. So
no, Pollard looks bad this year. I mean, I'm not gonna say he looks bad. Don't get me wrong, but like last week, it took him 25 carries to get like 70-something yards.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even average, I don't think, three a pop. So he hasn't looked like he's had the burst. Me and T talked about that, in the off season. Was Tony Pollard? Let's see what it's gonna look like. And right now, it don't look good.
No.
But that could also be the fact that our starting offensive line as a unit has not all played in the same game since, I think they said 2021. Since 2021, bro.
Yep. So, I mean, a lot of those things that you can factor into that, but yeah, I hate to say it, but I think I honestly miss Zeke right about now. I hate to say that, but at least he could pound the ball. At least he could pound the ball.
We're pounding the ball now.
Zeke can pound the ball, bro.
He could at least run.
No,
he at least could run and get us 4 to 5 average yards. Easy.
No, bro.
Easy.
Hell no.
And then you get Pollard in there. He's so small. He can barely get
Pollard's
2 to 3 yards.
Smaller than Zeke. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He's way smaller than
like
Zeke.
225, bro.
Come on, bro.
215.
Come on, man. No.
Come on,
again,
bro.
that's an argument. That's an argument for another
exactly.
show. That's an argument for another show.
Yeah, that you're gonna lose.
That you just said we should. You're missing Zeke. You're mourning. You're in mourning, and that's what I'm gonna blame it on right now.
No, I'm not mourning his ass. I'm not mad that we got rid of him. I'm not mad that he went to the England.
You're mourning this loss.
But you know what? I at least I would have expected more. We could have gotten more out of Zeke than we did out of Pollard today. Let's just put it that way. I'm just going to call it what it is.
This was a Zeke game.
Oh,
he's running like Zeke.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. Anyway, this is an argument for another show. Another show.
I think T hopped off.
Again?
Yeah, I think we lost him. I think it dropped. But
Oh shit.
red zone, undisciplined. We can't play the run. We're so worried about sacks that we're just disregarding the run. Like we don't care about the run. And it's
Yep.
like, bro, that's what's killing you right now. You're getting killed by the run. And you're worried about a quarterback. Like, make the quarterback, go through his progressions. Don't just get eaten up, bro. What was it? It was either the first or second play of the game. They faked the handoff, and he goes like 40 yards on a like a sneak. Like he basically just faked the handoff. Everybody ate on it, and then there it goes right around the edge. And who was there? Micah. Micah's
The only one.
ass.
The only one. So
yeah, Micah's undisciplined ass. Not and then he's trying to.
And that was something that we talked about before the show too. Was that the expectation that we have of Micah right now, especially the way that everybody talks about him, as far as him being the MVP this year or a candidate for the MVP. Excuse me, I don't want to jump the gun and just call him the MVP, even though he should be. But
not with games like this.
Not with games like this, no. And the way I think we put it you put it in the chat very, very well when you said, why does he look like he's just pouting out there and not eating? And he did. And that was super frustrating, bro.
He's
super
a leader.
frustrating.
He's a leader on that team. As a leader, you can't be dragging ass. And as a leader, you can't be hanging lip, pouting out there. Because that's what your guys feed off of.
Yep.
You should be out there like, let's go. Like, we got this. Like, there's time left. Nah, we're really gonna be out here like, I didn't make play.
and he looked like that. And I hate to say that about Micah because Micah's such a damn good ball player.
He is.
He's a damn good ball player. So to see him like that was upsetting, especially because I love the defense. Again, going back to our old football days, you played offense, I played defense. So anytime we watch any of these games, I'm always that guy that says, oh, watch, the defense will score 2 or 3 touchdowns this week. And I remember you used to laugh at me and be like, bro, there's the defense. How the hell are they going to score 2 or 3 touchdowns this week? You know what I mean? But that defense is that good that they can do that. Unfortunately, this week, that defense didn't show up.
No.
And our leader did not show up. Our leader instead was, in the corner with, his thumb in his mouth, all upset because he ain't got no sacks all game. So to me, it's like, bro, get your head out of your ass. I'm sorry to say it, but get it out of your ass. Stop smelling yourself. Get out there and play. Play the game that you love. Play it like the way that you've been playing it the last 2 weeks. That's what's going to make you the MVP. That's what's going to win ball games. That's what's going to cause turnovers. And like you said, everybody else around him will feed off of that.
They're going to feed on that energy. Whatever energy Micah's bringing, that's what the team's bringing.
Exactly.
If Micah's on fire, they're on fire. They're running around, throwing themselves, making the plays. Micah today was not at his usual level, and the rest of the defense followed suit.
Yep. And I don't know how many times I heard
what a leader's impact is.
And I don't know how many times I heard the commentators say, they said it just looks like that same motivation that we saw these past 2 weeks is not there.
No,
it's non-existent. And whenever it's not there, you can tell that it affects the entire defense. Yep. So it was crazy to hear Daryl Johnston, applaud and also be able to call all that stuff out. But again, he's a 3-time Super Bowl winner. So how the hell would he not know? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know, man.
I think moving forward, you have to really put emphasis on the red zone. You have to continue to stress penalties and lack thereof. I think you have to focus on what kind of energy you're giving people if you're a leader like Micah and Dak. And you know what? Yeah, Dak threw a pick, but it is what it is. It's at the end of the game. We're pressing. And I mean, the bottom line is we got down there with like 5 minutes left, and next thing I know, we're under 3 minutes almost, and we still haven't punched it in. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we running the ball and killing the clock?
Or running the draw because they'll never see it
They'll
coming.
never see it coming. So let's hope the Cowboys do a better job next week. I still have faith that these Cowboys are going to come out and turn it around. I think this is one of those you dwell on it for 24 hours and then you come back to work on Monday or Tuesday, whatever the hell, whenever they're going to come back. And you just say, okay, we're going to bring our lunchbox. We're going to go to work and we're going to take it out on the Patriots. That's as simple as that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I think this is one of those games where you chalk it up as it is what it is. It's a loss. You live and you learn. You
Learn from it.
this. Learn everything you possibly can from it, and push forward onto next week and get ready to kill the Patriots. But I'll
That's
tell
it.
you one thing: we're a Cowboys nation forever. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. I will never lose faith in my boys. I know that this week, like we said earlier in the show, it's going to give a lot of firepower to the media to just backtrack on everything they said the last 2 weeks. On everything they said the last 2 weeks, it's going to be like, especially Stephen A. You're going to hear him. I told you it was a matter of time. It was a matter of time.
It's so fake and so scripted and so phony. If you come at me and you're like, oh, well, Stephen A said, or oh, well, Skip Bayless said, I'm like,
or
just
Shady
stop.
said, or Joy said.
Joy Taylor said, LaShawn McCoy said, bro, you can just stop right there.
Yeah, you can go sit over there with the rest of them.
Keep watching it, but
keep watching, because I tell you one thing: we're Cowboys Nation. We love our boys to death. We're gonna rep them till we die, no matter what happens, through the good, through the bad. We've been with them this long. We're gonna stay with their asses until the wheels fall off. That's just the way it works.
What they say, win, lose, or tie, Cowboys fan until I die.
Till I die. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That's it. So with that being said, guys, better luck next week, Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys fans, don't give up hope. Still a lot of season left. And I think we've seen enough from this team to know that, hey, they're going to bounce back. The thing is let's see what the rest of the division's going to do. So Philly's still waiting to play. I think New York and the Commanders lost. Did New York lose? Yeah, they lost Thursday.
And so did the Commanders. The Commanders lost to the Bills.
Yeah. Yep.
So
that's it, bro.
Yeah.
We're waiting on Philly to see what Philly does. I'm sure Philly will probably win. That's okay. Like I said, there's a lot of football left.
Nah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose.
I'm gonna be real. I think they're gonna win. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for just taking the time to join us. This surprise little episode, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Peace out.